What's up, everyone? It's Hector Lopez here, and it's your day 3, week 3 of the push. Today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the inviting process and the key and the beauty about what that is going to do to your business. One of the things that I love to do, I love to talk. I love to speak. I love to interact with people. And a lot of you might be an introvert. I'm an extrovert all day, every day. I might be an introvert for certain things, but I highly recommend that you try to marry the introvert side to the extrovert side if you want to do this business and you want to do it successfully. Because I can tell you right now that a lot of these successful coaches right now had to master the inviting process. It didn't happen overnight. They had to get out of their comfort zone. Some of them never wanted to even be on the phone sometimes to do a team call because they were too shy, or it's like, I don't know if people are going to listen to me. I was the same way as well. Like there's certain things that you don't want to be judged for what you do or what you say. So sometimes you got to get out of that comfort zone so that you can feel, so what people say? So what people think of you. You have to understand that in order for you to succeed in this business, you have to be confident. You have to be confident in yourself. You have to believe in what you're doing. Believe in the process. Always believe in the process. That if you believe in the process so much, understand that people are going to listen to you. People want to listen to you. Because remember these words is that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. It's part of the inviting process. You got to form them. You got to get to know them. Know about their family, their occupations, their recreation. What do they do for a living? And then when you get that opportunity, you deliver that message. The message that they want to hear that you have to offer them. The opportunity that you have to offer them. Because once you get that confidence of that comfort level, like if you're talking to your best friend, you're talking to your mom, you're talking to your dad, your brothers, your sisters, whoever it is that you're so confident when you speak to them, that is when you're in a level of comfort. So I want you to, take a step back. Every time you speak to someone, I want you to put yourself in a position like if you were talking to the person that you love so much, that you can tell them anything that they needed to hear. And you know that they're never going to judge you. You know that they're never going to make you feel lower than low. They're always going to make you feel higher than high. Put yourself in those shoes. Put yourself in that position. And I'll guarantee you that confidence will begin to build. You know how they say that when you're on a stage and that you look out, they want you to imagine people naked so that they could just you could just get out of the nervous world and just get into this happy mode and you can just get into the zone. I want you to do that. I want you to actually just step out of that world of nervousness and put yourself in a happy place. Find that one person that you love so much, but you have so much confidence when you speak to them. Because they know they edify you. They make you feel special. They make you feel loved when you speak to them. Treat everybody the same way. Because guess what? The energy is going to flow back and forth. Because now if you're giving this person a positive energy, they're going to give it right back to you. And when you get it back, you're going to be like talking. You're going to do all these amazing things. And you guys are going to create a friendship. You guys can probably become best friends, call each other sisters, call each other's brothers, whatever it is that you guys want to call each other. So building that confidence within yourself starts with finding your comfort zone. Find that comfort zone. You know how they say, get out of your comfort zone? I get it. You got to get out of your comfort zone in order to find a comfort zone. So if you're in that comfort zone of nervousness, get out of that comfort zone and get into the positive comfort zone that is going to put you in the world of confidence, that in the world of believing in yourself, in the world that whatever you type, whatever you say is going to be heard. Because again, you're not going to attract 100% of the people that you invite. You're only going to attract 50% of them. So believe in what you're doing, believe in what you're saying, and make sure that is you. Make sure that it's coming from the heart. Make sure that you're believing in yourself enough to know that when you put this out there, Somebody's going to read it. Somebody's going to believe in it. And not everybody's going to say yes to your invite. Not everybody's going to agree with your invite. So what? Don't stop believing in what you're doing. Never lose faith that what you're doing is the most amazing thing ever. That's how you got to approach the inviting process. And like, you got to do the products. You got to be the product. And you have to do it with the utmost confidence so that they can listen to you, so that they can love you and believe you, because everything that comes out of your mouth is going to be a great and most amazing thing that they've ever heard in their life. That's how you got to make it feel. But you have to feel it. It's got to come from here. Not from here, not from the knowledge that you know. It's about from the heart, listening to them. Just the initial process is the inviting process. So now, obviously, social media. You know what? Social media is probably the biggest world that you're going to find, because now you're opening your mind and you're opening your world to people that you don't even know. So when you're putting content out there, make sure that that content is you. I know that a lot of us share what we have, our contents, we share each other, we copy and paste. That's amazing. That's great. But is it you? Does it define you? Does it say who you are? Does it scream out, hey, this is me, and I want your attention? You gotta analyze that stuff, guys. You have to be sure that your inviting process speaks out your words, not somebody else's. But you can use that person's guide and make it your own. Tweak certain things. If it doesn't sound like you, don't be afraid to change it. Just because it's working for one doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So please make sure that when you do social media stuff, have your content and make it sound like you. I want to share with you guys something about Facebook, something that could probably expand your market. Some of you might be doing it, some of you might not, but it'll be wrong of me if I don't share it with you. When you're doing an inviting process, I want you to go out there and look for 4, 5 to 10 people that you're close to. People that you know will do whatever you tell them because they love you. They care about you. And they want you to succeed just as bad as you do. I want you to, when you put a challenge together, when you put an inviting process together on social media, I want you to ask them, excuse me, I'm about to put something out there right now that's going to help a lot of people change their lives through health, fitness, and faith. Can you please give me the permission to tag you on this post? Because what is that going to do? Not only, let's just say for numbers' sake and for conversational sakes, that you have 500 friends. And then your friend has 500 friends. So now if you post this, you're going to reach out to 500 people. But now if you post this and you tag your friend, you're reaching out to 1,000 people. Now imagine that. Imagine doing that 5 times or 10 times. You can reach out to 2,500 people, or you can reach out to 5,000 people. You see where I'm going with that? Expanding your market. You have to find a way to invite more people. You have to build that confidence to invite more people. So, like, that's one way to inviting a multitude of people, to expand that market of yours so that you can get the word out. Who am I? Hi, listen, I am Hector. I am a Beachbody coach, and this is what I do. I transform lives. I'm a lifesaver. I'm a life changer. You can call yourself whatever you want, but expanding your market that way on Facebook, it's amazing. Instagram, hands down, one of the best things. Hashtags. Hashtags are just as key as anything else. You have to make it your business to make sure that you go in there and that you're putting the correct hashtags to attract millions and millions of people out there that are going to be seeing your content. Those are so important. You put yourself out there more. Get out of your comfort zone. Find the things that you love, hobbies, activities, clothes, anywhere where places you go to eat. Find their hashtags and just follow people. Get people involved in your community. Build your own community. If your community doesn't exist, build it. Be the first person that makes the difference. Just because it's not there doesn't mean it's not supposed to be there. If it's not there, it's waiting for you to put it there. So you got to make sure that you're building that foundation already so that you can impact the generations that follow. Because one thing that I heard once is that what you do today will impact seven generations ahead. So you want to be that difference maker. So by the more people you invite, not only are you impacting your future and your generation's future, but you're impacting that next person's generation future. So the inviting process is very important. Shake and shares are just as important. Get yourself out there. Find, get a group of 5 people, girls, guys, get success stories, collect success stories, guys. The more success stories you collect, the more people are going to be intrigued and they're going to be wanting to hear more of what these products have done for them. So that they can be like, oh, wow, if that person can do it, I can do it as well. That's another way, a form of inviting. So having events are so important. The next thing is belly to belly. What is belly to belly? Face to face. Fit clubs, shake and shares face to face. Meet and greet. Go to meetups. Go find a meetup. Find a community of places so that you can meet different people. Don't get out of that little bubble that we've all been in for so many years, and get yourself out there and just explore. Be somebody different. Be the change that you wish to see. But it all starts with you getting out there and being active. The more active you are, the more activity you get. The more active you are, the more activity you get. So that's something that you got to think about. That's something that you got to comprehend. Movement. It's the constant movement. You got to keep doing it. You got to stay moving so that you can be fighting for the success that you're looking for and the freedom and time that you want. The other things is wearing shares, guys. Come on. I'm wearing Insanity Max 30. Now you think that I'm going to go out there wearing Insanity Max 30 and people are going to be like, oh my God, I know you, if they never done the program? No. But when they see a shirt that even says Insanity on it, they're going to be interested. They're going to ask you questions. They're going to say, wow, you did that program. Wasn't it crazy? And then that's when you start, creating. Yeah, it was crazy. Have you done it before? No, I haven't done it before. What did you hear about it? Do you have friends that's ever done it? Like, yeah, I got these people and those people that done it. But now what you're doing, you're building this relationship with this person to get the confidence to be able to deliver the message that you're trying to do. And you're doing it unconsciously. Unconsciously, you're doing it. Because if you do it consciously, you're going to be nervous as heck. You know what I'm saying? So you want to do it unconsciously. You want to let it flow naturally, like you're having a conversation with a friend. And then the more you should be, your pile of clothes, when you're going out to like a supermarket, to events, to new meetups, or places that there's going to be an abundance of people, you should be wearing one of these. You should be a walking billboard. Because the more of a billboard that you are, the more attraction that you're going to get. Again, action takes activity. You know what I'm saying? You got to take action to get activity. So you got to be active to get activity. So you got to just make sure that you're active out there, walking around with your, just chin up high, and you're like, yep, I did a Max 30. What's up? I got results on it. What's up? Ask me a question. What you're doing right here by wearing this is ask me how. Ask me why I'm wearing this. Ask me how I did this. Ask me something. That's what you're doing when you're doing a wear and share. If you don't have a shirt, get a book bag, slap a logo on it. Guys, the back office is full of logos that you can smack. All these exact logos that Beachbody sells to you. Buy clothes, find a printer, give them the logo, and get all those clothes printed out if you feel that they're too expensive. If you feel like the apparel that we have is too expensive, you should be you should be doing your own. Buy a t-shirt that's probably like $4 or $5 at Marshall's or like TJ Maxx's, and slap a logo on it. Boom, throw it on, and there you go. Go about your business. You go about your business, guys, you're going to be successful. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to be very successful. So that's another way of you inviting more people, getting yourself out there and believing in yourself a little bit more. Then when let's move on from that, because I think that was, that's probably the beginning point. And then how about the coaches? How do you get coaches? You see a lot of the people out there doing sneak peeks into your business, 3-day sneak peeks, 5-day sneak peeks. You get to choose who you invite. At the end of the day, put a criteria out there. Who is it that you want to work with? Who is it that you can go side by side with them all day, every day without bumping heads? What you put out is what you get. So make sure that any detailed information that you're putting out there is the content that you want to have in your business. You want to be relatable to these people, and they have to be relatable to you, because if not, you guys are never going to flow and the work is never going to get done. So the interview process should be taken strict. So when you're developing a sneak peek, make sure the people that are going to go sneak in and check out your page are people you're trying to attract. The people that you want to work with and build a business, a future, an empire has to be done with people, like-minded people. You don't want negative people in your team. You don't want people that are going to bring down what you do. You want people that's going to lift you up when you need them. So you have to make sure that when you're doing these sneak peeks, you're putting good content out there. You're putting a picture of yourself. You're putting all the content on the side. I personally feel that too much content gets too lost in translation. I just say do the KISS method. Keep it simple, silly, and you will find that a lot of people will pay more attention to it. Don't overwhelm. Don't try to say too much in a picture. Try to say enough to get their attention. Remember, less is more. Less is more. So you got to be sure that what you put out there is right to the point. When we put the bio at the bottom of it to get a sneak peek, what are you saying in that big 2 or 3 paragraphs that you can condense into one? Because sometimes we over talk. Sometimes we oversay things. We over type things that you know what? I can say this when I get on the phone with them. But you want them to get interested in coming to you. So if you want to condense what you're saying from a big paragraph to a short one, because again, in Instagram, you only got 2 seconds to get their attention. And on Facebook, you probably got maybe a minute or maybe 30 seconds. But just remember, it's all about scrolling. But what are you going to do to attract them to that sneak peek? What are you going to do to attract them to the business opportunity? I highly recommend that everyone does a webinar. You want to get a business opportunity coach? You want to get coaches to understand what are you doing? You should be doing a webinar. You should be getting out of your comfort zone and doing a webinar at least twice a month. The more inviting you do, the more people you invite, the more people you can bring to these business opportunity webinars. If you get one person, so what? Do the webinar like if there were 20 people. Every webinar you do, you should be doing it like if there were 20 people watching. So when there is 20 people, you're not nervous. Act like there are 100 people. Act like there are thousands of people watching you and you're going through the motions. Because if you start acting like you're speaking to one person, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. You got to make that person believe that there's 1,000 people watching. They're just shy and they don't want to make comments. So you got to own it. Own that call. Own that webinar. We have it in the back office. Go get it. Start using it. Build your own brand. Put your pictures. These pictures, this is like a standard thing that Beachbody does. You can delete these pictures and put your own pictures on it. Put your own successes on it. If you don't have success, team up with a coach that has pictures that they can share, and then you both collaborate and make it a banging webinar and make it pop. You ain't got to be like everyone else. Be yourself, but find someone to be strong with. The power of 2 is better than the power of 1. 2 minds are better than 1. Always remember that and always stick to that, because you will develop a lot of growth with 2 people. because one person may not be relatable to the person you're trying to reach to, but then if you're here and you're listening to the conversation, you put your 2 cents in, now this person disarms themselves from this person, and now they're listening to you, and now both of you are giving them the content that they need. So you have to understand that you have to build that type of relationship with people so that they can, continuously be listening and paying attention instead of closing themselves out. You don't want them to close out, because if they close out, you lost them. You got to keep them attractive. Active creates activity. So you got to create activity in their head. Keep them moving. Keep them thinking. Keep them on their toes. Say something outside the box. Say something funny. Make them laugh. Change it up. Mellow the room out, because their guard is up here. How do you get their guard here so they can see the story that you're trying to tell them? You want them to see the story, so you got to bring the guard from up here to right here. So the webinars, if you don't want to do it by yourself, do it with someone else. It's very, very important. Again, the coaching thing, belly to belly, live events, fit clubs, summit, super Saturdays. Guys, there's no question that fit clubs, super Saturdays, and summits can change your business forever. Interactions like that is what you need. You get people like me that's crazy enough to just be loud and be exciting and just motivate people, go out to people, shake their hands, which I highly recommend. If you don't know someone, introduce yourself. I've been doing this since we started 4.5 years ago, and I tell you, every event I do my best to say hi to someone that I've never seen before. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the family. How are you? I never saw you before. What's your name? Who's your coach? Who invited you? That's what we all should be doing. The more we do that, the more value we bring to what we're trying to create, the movement, the organization, the foundation. So the more we do this, the more people are going to be like, listen, you don't understand. You got to go to these events. They came up to me, they shake my hand, they gave me a hug, they made me feel so welcome, they made me feel so excited. So if you're an introvert, you have to get out of that world and become an extrovert to build that confidence. Going back to the beginning, is like, let's say you're afraid to invite people, but go to these events and just talk to those people that are in the same community so that you can just break out of that comfort zone of talking to people. So then if you start talking to the people that you know with confidence and you start talking a little bit about the business, so now when you invite a stranger, you already have the confidence because you already built it. You already have that lingo. You already have that broad shoulders back, and then you're talking to them with this confidence and like, woo, and now they're gonna want to listen to you. And then you're gonna build coaches out of that. You're gonna talk about the coaching opportunity, and then you're gonna be able to make them understand and see the bigger picture than looking at the price range. Because I tell you, if you build a friendship and you build a relationship with people, price will never be an issue. The last thing, just to end it off, this business has done so much for me. This business had pretty much transformed my life forever. When I say forever, forever. 4.5 years ago, I did Insanity. I lost 55 pounds. I said I wanted to be in a DVD, and now 3.5 years later, I'm in Insanity Max 30. I've done things that I've never done before. I've taken on challenges from beginning and actually finished them, when before I've never done that. I've done activities that I never imagined myself doing. I went to Europe. I did a five country tour in Europe. I went to Portugal. I went to Ibiza. I went to Amsterdam. I went to Belgium, and I went to Paris. I slept on couches. I slept on chairs. I walked everywhere. I trained everywhere. Guys, I did things that I've never done before. But what did this business do for me? It bought me time to do these things. It bought me the freedom to get out there and be who I'm supposed to be. Find the person that I need to find so that I can be able to pay it forward to someone, to give someone what God has given me so far. Because at the end of the day, God is always first place in your life. He's giving you the guidance. He's giving you the tour to where you need to go. He's showing you around. Now it's up to you to sit on that bus and actually take pictures so that you know you could put them on a vision board and you can live it And one day when your time is ready, because your time has to be right. And this business came at the right time. I was looking for something to be a part of. I was about to be a part of a bike club. But you know what? I ended up becoming a part of a family. And that's when Team Eagle came into play. Guys, you guys are a part of a family. Not just an organization, not just a business. This is a family. We care and love each other. You're going to fight. Brothers and sisters fight all the time. But you got to understand that this is bigger. This is bigger than you can envision. So when you're inviting someone, that's how you got to feel. You're not just inviting them to do a program. No, you're inviting them into your house. You're inviting them into your family. You're introducing them to your parents. You're introducing them to your grandparents. Would you just introduce anyone to your grandparents or your parents? Absolutely not. I know for a fact that a lot of women out there does not bring a man home unless they know that for sure. Would you introduce a stranger man to your kid? Understand that. No. So you got to create this relationship with people so that you can be able to bring them into this world of a family that we call Team Eagle. So you got to believe that in what you're doing and believe that there's something bigger than what we have. There's something bigger. This business is going to bring you time, freedom, love, and money. Because at the end of the day, in order for you to have time and freedom, you need money. So stop looking at money as evil and start looking at money as opportunity. Because it's going to give you an opportunity to do the things that you've never imagined that you would do. I did a Go Ruck challenge that I would have never done 4 years ago. I was in a civilian military training camp, a boot camp. And believe me, this thing right here had to overcome this thing because it hurt. But if it wasn't for the process that we went through, I wouldn't be here. So Beachbody has done that for me. It has given me the time, the freedom, the power to overcome my mind. My body, sorry. Mind over body applies to everything in life. If you understand that, this business is going to work for you. So stop being afraid of failure. Look at failure as a learning experience and you will succeed and win. Stop looking at failure as a negative thing. When you hear failure, when you say, listen, you failed on it, thank you, I did fail. But you know what I did? I learned. Guess what? I learned enough that the next time I do this, I will succeed. And what happens when you succeed? You win. It's always you have to look at life as a win-win situation. So when you're talking to people and you fail the first time, don't change the way you approach. Own it. Make it better. Make it better. When you make it better, you improve. When you improve, you grow. When you grow, boom, whole new life happens. You see where I'm going with that? Failure, learning experience, success, winning experience. Win. Because when you learn, you grow. That, my friends, is called the inviting process. I put my twist to it because I love doing that. I like to give you guys more of a vision, more of power. Remember that being active creates activity. Never forget that. Always remember that. And always remember to have faith, not fear. Woo woo! Good luck. And I wish you all the best in the rest of this diamond training. And I see you at the top. We're all on the same level. So we're all going to be growing together. But I'll see you then. God bless.